Hey everybody, this is Sheets, and I'm going to be going over the very small 3-game slate, which starts actually in about an hour and a half. Hopefully you get this loaded and have a chance to take a look at this. It's a really interesting situation in that, at least at the time of this recording, the best option on the slate is not available on FanDuel. I'm going to go look at this one more time, but as of the last time I did updates, the starter for the Reds was not part of the player pool on FanDuel, which certainly makes it, I guess, somewhat interesting. Let me take a look at this really quickly. Maybe they added him, but not as of now. So I don't know. 2 hours till hour and a half till post time. Best pitcher on the slate isn't in there. Anyway, so I do have Reaver San Martin as the best option pitching-wise, at least on DraftKings. And certainly nothing earth-shattering. The ownership is going to reflect that. It's being called up start against Pittsburgh to spell Miley and others. And at this price, he's an extremely strong option. So he's definitely the best pitching option. And as you look at the way I rank these, and this is one of my spreadsheets that go into the actual sheets that I put up for premium members. Usually you'll have, of the top 10 options, you'll have like probably 10 of them, or at least 9 of them be pitchers. This is the way, results distribute, whatever. But here you'll see that pitchers are really, really weak. I mean, aside from San Martin and Kovar, you don't get to the next pitcher until Cal Quantrill, which is behind even some of the hitting options, which is really doesn't happen all too often. Let's just put it that way. So you do want to keep that in mind when you play the slate. So for me, I think it's San Martin and Kowar kind of stand out, and if I'm hand building, that's who I'm putting in. If you're playing MME, I mean, again, neither of these are that great. You know what I mean? Like it's not like either of these are tremendous options, but given the option, well, they're not tremendous options on a normal slate, right? So they certainly have a decent amount of variance in them, and there's certainly paths where San Martin and Kovar could both get zeros. So I wouldn't get too excited about playing them. It's just, and you could actually argue that Keuchel's maybe even a safer play. But with respect to GPPs, I mean, Dallas Keuchel just doesn't put up those types of fantasy points to win GPP. So I'd much rather take a shot with these guys so that maybe you can get at some of the hitting. But just to kind of show you the way it pans out on FanDuel, it's a little different. Where's FanDuel? So FanDuel, yeah, he's not even an option. I mean, I have Kowar as being just significantly the best, and then down to Keuchel second. And then Quantrill actually I've tied with Keuchel. So for me, I mean, same thing. I still want to go with Kovar. Kovar is my top pitcher over there. I think. Let me just see what I did over there. I mean, right now, my top up, I have Keuchel, but I think I want to take another look at that. I guess because Keuchel does have that quality start that it's got more of a quality start possibility. Maybe I guess that's why he's considered a safer player over there. Anyway, that's that. Let me take a look at the hitting. Hitting wise, you'll see that 2 teams stand out. One of them being Cleveland and the other one being Chicago, the White Sox. But one thing I guess what's interesting to notice is that, at least by my metrics, the ownership of the White Sox is light years higher than that of Cleveland. So if you were going to attempt to build a hand-built lineup, I think that you probably want to prioritize Cleveland over Chicago, just because, again, they rate to be very similar, yet one of them has 1/3 the ownership of the other. That's when you rank them by value. When you rank them by raw stacks, which I do sometimes, Then it's the White Sox, but still, I mean, just barely over Cleveland and Cincinnati. So the fact the White Sox are garnering this much ownership, I'd probably pivot off them and probably play Cincinnati or Cleveland if I were going to hand build lineups. If I'm going to use SaberSim or RQ or RG HQ to build my lineups, then again, I'll probably rely on more what they shuffle for me with respect to randomness and ownership fade and stuff like that. But in the hand built department, I think that it makes little, some intuitive sense to play Cincinnati and Cleveland, seeing as they rate just about as high as Chicago with about 1/3 of the ownership. So if you did want to play Chicago, these are the guys to look for: Jimenez, Abreu, Collins, Robert, Garcia. I mean, obviously it's a very, very strong play, but I don't know. I like Tex. I like Kovar. Excuse me. I like Kovar is not on the pitching list. I'm sorry. But I don't know. I mean, Cincinnati's just, I mean, they're pretty close. Cleveland's pretty close. Maybe I want to pivot. Maybe use Cincinnati or Cleveland. Look, it's really not a very exciting slate. But if you are going to play, I would probably try my best to fade Chicago, and then probably play the Cincinnati starter and the Kansas City starter. That's would be the way I would go. I guess that's about it. Again, very, very short slate. I'm going to do an NFL. We do an NFL showdown preview as well, and that's about it. Good luck if you play. Bye-bye.